Welcome to the Redefine Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about how I pulled off the Redefine Network Marketing event from a marketing standpoint. This was my first paid event, so I want to kind of walk you through the process of how I took my audience that's consuming free content, how I took them from that to being paid customers of the Redefine Network Marketing event. And I realized there's lots of different processes out there, right? From a marketing standpoint. This just happens to be the process that I followed for this particular event. There's, again, I'll probably adapt it and change it to my next thing, whatever that next thing ends up being. But it's a really, really simple framework, I think, that if you have it in the back of your mind, it can really serve you as you get to the point in your career where you have a paid offering, right? All right, so the first thing is content. Surprise! Everything is built on content. If you are not yet regularly publishing content, then you got to get there. You got to get there. Your content serves so many purposes. I mean, it feeds your entire marketing funnel, right? Your organic funnel, anyways. And so if you don't have that content, then the whole funnel falls apart. Content serves for your visibility. It allows you to attract a new audience. It allows you to keep your existing audience engaged, right? You stay on the forefront of their minds and you continue to serve them. You develop a rapport and a relationship with your audience that really, that's what allows you to move them further and further along the marketing funnel. So again, if you haven't gotten to a point where you are publishing regularly, where you've gotten into the habit where it's second nature, work on that first. Work on that first, because without regular content being published out there, then everything else falls apart. All right, so the next step then for me was a free offering, right? I did the Influencer Masterclass at the beginning of March. And then I did the Network Marketing in the Digital Age seminar, actually 3 times in April. And that served really well. Now, some of you might be asking, well, why don't I just go from, from the audience that I have on the platforms? Why can't I just offer them directly the paid course, all right, or the paid offering, which you can, and I did. But I think the way I see it is it's a pretty wide gap between being a consumer of free content to being a paid customer, especially, the higher price your item. This course in particular was priced at $247, regular price. So that's a pretty big ask for somebody who's just a free consumer on the social platforms. And so again, what can bridge that gap is of a free course, right? Or a free offering. It allows your audience to see even more value, and they get to opt themselves in for that. They get to make the choice, right? Your most loyal and dedicated followers of your free content will be like, man, well, I love Ronnie's stuff. Let me see what else he has to offer. And it's a low risk way for them to do it, because all they're doing is exchanging their email. And also too, the added advantage is you build out your email list, you take your audience off of the platforms, and now you control it, right? Because it's your email list. You control your email list. You can then further give them value through your email newsletter, and also let them know what's coming down the pipeline. And I do that as well, right? So, I'm letting people know of my paid offerings, both on the socials, but within the email newsletter. Now, for this particular case, it wasn't just the email newsletter where I was making the offer for the Redefine Network Marketing event, for the paid event. At the end of the digital age, network marketing in the digital age, at the end of that free seminar, I actually let people know that, hey, if you want to learn more, here's what I'm offering, because I actually designed it that way, where that seminar identified, well, it served, right? Like that's the main purpose. Everything is always about providing value and helping people and expanding their perspective. But it led very well into the Redefine event, because the seminar identified things that you need to work on, and the Redefine event was what's going to teach you those things, right? So it was kind of a two-pronged attack in that regard. Yes, it's a free offering, but it leads into the sales. Now again, when it's a free offering, I want you to understand it's not just a sales pitch, right? you want to give as much value as you possibly can in everything that you do, start to finish, right? With your free content, with your free course or whatever that be, the seminar, and then of course with your paid offering as well. Everything has to have a high level of value, and it's not just a sales pitch. Because I mean, yeah, you can sell all day long, but nobody's going to buy anything if nobody knows what the value is, right? And so doing things in this order allows you to expose them further down the line to increasing value, to the point where they want to actually exchange, have a financial exchange for that value. And again, this process really helps lead them through there. Now, did everybody that registered and attended the free seminar, did they all pay for the redefined course? No, of course not. No, of course not. But the ones that did, again, saw the value in it, and they would never have seen the value in it if if I had not followed this process, right? Right. And that's a beautiful thing about this entire funnel. The organic funnel is a thing of beauty, because you're not really coercing. It's not coercive sales. It's not even heavy sales. You're just letting people know, hey, there's more value coming. Outside of my free content online, here's more value that's free. I'm doing a free course on XYZ date. Come join us on the Zoom. And then at the end of that, hey, there's more value if you want to opt in. It's a paid course, but I'm doing it on XYZ date. You can register here, right? Again, it's so natural and so easy that anybody can do it. Like one of the biggest hurdles or hangups I think that people have when they get into content creation and they get into this creator space, and even in network marketing, is that I don't know how to sell, or I don't want to sell. Well, yeah, okay, so get over that, because you have to sell. You're not going to make any money if you don't sell, but you don't have to do it in a coercive way, right? This is really very ethical sales that people select themselves through, right? People opt into the sales, as opposed to being coerced and convinced into the sale, right? And that's why I love the process. Again, it's just one process, but I feel like now that I have this very basic framework, I can adapt it to any needs, right? Like to whatever I end up launching down the line. And I am going to be launching a lot of things down the line this year. There's still plenty more to go. We're only in May, right? So that's it. Hopefully that makes sense. And whether or not you attended the event, that's totally fine. I'm still going to serve. I'm still going to provide value here on the show. So if you're not already following, hit the plus sign at the top of the app, whatever app you happen to be listening on. If you're watching the video version of this on YouTube, hit me with a thumbs up. That would be really helpful. And click that subscribe button. That also would be very, very helpful, because I show up here every day, at least until we hit 365. There's going to be a new video from me every day. So that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. More from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.